What's going on, guys? Stone back here again with another video, and yes, it is a belt review video, so hopefully most of you will be happy about that. Anyway, thanks for watching regardless what the situation is. So today, as the title suggests, we're going to be looking at a replica version of the WWE Universal Championship, which is currently being held by Brock Lesnar at the time of this filming. Maybe that might have changed when this is released. But anyway, you will have seen that previously I did a review on a commemorative version of this belt, which is the plastic version. But since we have a metallic replica version, I thought I might as well do a review on that. Pretty much the same, but nevertheless, let's take a look at this. So it's the replica version of the WWE Universal Championship belt. So come on, let's go take a look. Come on, fuck. Right, here we go. So here's the belt laid out. On film, the colour does look pretty good. Up close in person, the red does look a bit sort of darker, like not a burgundy, but a bit darker than it's sort of showing up on film. On film, it looks very nice. So as usual, you get the belt bag with it. So this one does say WWE Universal Championship replica rather than commemorative. It's the same sort of sexy feeling that I can never describe. Flip it over. It is a bag where the zip does run from one end all the way to the other, so it allows easy access to take out the belt or put it back in, whatever you want to do with it. I'll put it back, she said. Anyway, so this is the Universal Championship. Like I said, it looks very similar to the commemorative, and I think it is. First time I've seen this up close and in person. So let's all just take a look. So here you got the fake diamonds along the top, the artificial diamonds, the red ones, such and such all the way around. As you'd expect, you got the big WWE logo with the black swoosh underneath. And then of course you got Universal Champion. Now, I honestly think that if you just put this and the commemorative side by side, you probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference if you're just looking at it. It looks exactly the same as a commemorative. I believe all the stone placements are exactly the same. No differences whatsoever, on the front at least anyway. So you got the nice, well, maybe this is different. This does feel different. So I think that the stamping on the leather, or the artificial leather, does seem a bit deeper than that of the commemorative I had back in the day. So that's quite nice. Sorry, I'll just sort of show you the WWE logo, like so. A nice sort of gel style black paint there on the swoosh. Yeah, you got the gold bar all the way down, and then you got the WWE logo with the removable side plates. Now, if I can remember correctly, I don't think you could take the side plates out on the commemorative one. So it's the same on the other side. The gold bar down the middle, and then you got the side plates here, so just facing the other way. It's a nice detailed painting there. Doesn't look like there's any blemishes. Same on this. There we go. So the strap, I think it's the same sort of strap as you get with the commemorative. So you got the 5 snaps here, tooling on the stitch box, nice tooling here with the WWE logo, and this sort of Aztec whatever tooling. I think someone corrected me on this, and whatever, thanks for doing that. Gold tip. So this sort of shell tooling does run around the edge of the main part of the belt, all the way around with the stitching underneath, which ends here, and as you'd expect goes all the way back round, like that. And on the other side you got a smaller version of the WWE logo here with this squarey Aztec type tooling. And here you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 here, so 8 male snaps, 5 female snaps. No tip there. Right, so let's flip this sucker over. And yeah, so you have got the metal bolts here, official, authentic product, Replica Championship title, blah blah blah, hologram logo, and the warning for loose bits. Now this does make sense since the artificial diamonds can fall out, I suppose. And then, as usual, you got the focus there. You got the bolts here, or the screws for the side plates which come out. Blah blah blah. Screws holding all the plates in, and you got that sort of artificial black leather effect here. I mean, it does feel a bit like I don't need to go into too much detail of this belt because it is so similar to the commemorative one. So the length of this belt, so this is all the way from one end of the leather all the way to the other end where the gold tip is. That's just over 128 centimeters, and from the top of the strap, so here to the bottom of the strap, which is this point, the furthest point, that's about 29 centimeters. So I think that's probably about the same size as the commemorative. Like I said, it does look exactly the same. Doesn't look like there's any difference. If you put them side by side, I don't think you'd visually be able to tell which is which, because even the plastic ones do look like a metallic material. The paint used is the same. It looks, how can you tell the materials apart really with the paint job? It's really nice. Obviously the only difference is that this is heavier, and even the detail on this is exactly the same. So you got the layers, the thickness of the plates. Very nice. If you're a fan of this belt, I mean. Right, so let's do the standard thing where we put the belt over the shoulder and around the waist and all that lark. Yeah, I'm going to pick this sucker up now and do just that. Alright, so here we are with the belt. Going to try it around the waist and over the shoulder, but first of all, do the standard thing. Wriggling it around. Flexibility does look pretty good on this actually. Obviously it doesn't bend as much as you'd want there if it was a authentic leather strap, but that looks pretty good. Plenty of swing on that. Could have sworn I heard the plate shaking about, so I was just trying to shake it. But yeah, they do come out, I can confirm that. So, over the shoulder, a nice bit of hang there. It's pretty close to my pretty close to my back when it's over the shoulder. So it's pretty good. So let's try it around the waist. Swing this sucker around there. Right, considering what happened in which one was it? The NXT one, I'm not going to do it too tight this time. So I'll do it quite loose. But cool, these snaps need a bit of working in. It's a little bit difficult. Not so bad though, there's been worse. Oh Jesus, I'm not going to do all of them. There we go. Swing that around. So that's a bit looser than I would have done, but that still fits quite snugly. And there you go. Fits pretty good. Maybe if it was a bit tighter, it would be a bit higher up on my waist, but it's sort of... So my rib cage, the frontal part ends about here, so there's about that much space. The groin, I don't want to brag, but starts around there somewhere. If you're looking down there, that's up to you, whatever. But yeah, so that's the belt around me. Quite nice. Doesn't really wobble about. Yeah, so there we go. So if you've watched my videos, you know how tall I am, blah blah blah. Around 5'11", 6 foot for anyone who's new. Got to cater for everyone, haven't we? Thanks. Yeah, so that's the belt around there. So yeah, so final verdicts on this. It's a very nice replica. If you want to compare commemorative and replica, I'd give more points to the commemorative because considering that's plastic, they make it look really good. Visually, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between the two. It's only when you pick it up, obviously, if you feel the material, if you knock on it maybe, there you go, you can hear it. And obviously the weight, this feels heavier rather than the plastic commemorative one. If you wanted to get one just to swing about, I wouldn't recommend paying the money for a replica because obviously you're paying more money for the material. It's just a throw around belt. Don't spend as much money. That way if it gets damaged, you probably won't feel too bad if and when that happens. A commemorative will also be more easier to carry around, transport, take to events if you're going to them. Replica, I mean, honestly, even if you were going to have something on display, I'd probably still say go for a commemorative, the plastic one. You're just saving a lot of money and they look exactly the same. So you're flinging them around, commemorative's going to be easier to do that. If you're just looking at them, they look exactly the same. Commemorative's going to be just as good as a replica, in my honest opinion. So maybe WWE or the people who make these shouldn't do as good a job with the commemorative ones, because I would recommend them. Probably the only benefit you get from a replica is that you can change the plates. I can't remember off the top of my head, sorry, if on the plastic commemorative ones you can change the side plates, but on the replica you definitely can. So that might be about the only advantage that I think the replica has over the commemorative. Anyway, guys, that wraps up for this video. Thanks again for watching. Hopefully it was informative and helped you if you wanted to pick up one of these or whatever. Bottom line, I wouldn't really recommend it. If you want one, go for the commemorative. But if you want to get the certainty of changing side plates, pick up one of these. You can go back and watch my other video about whether the side plates come out. I just can't remember. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.